Farming is an interesting occupation because it is primarily peopled by strong, independent folks who, most of them have grown up on a farm and experienced that life. The worst day outside, I've heard many farmers say this, the worst day outside is better than the best day inside. I farmed until I was 35 in eastern Iowa. You'd go out to do chores first thing in the morning and you maybe wouldn't get back in until late in the evening. There does not a day go by that something doesn't go wrong. It's pretty rare to have a day where everything runs smoothly and the jobs are handled exactly as you thought they were going to be. That doesn't work. I continually make the statement that there is more similarity between a farmer in Iowa and a farmer in North Carolina or Germany or wherever than there is between a farmer in North Carolina and an office worker in North Carolina. They are a tough group to get to know if you're from the outside because they are leery of intervention. One of the ways that we provide services for people in eastern North Carolina, and actually the entire state, is to provide services for farmers. The North Carolina Agromedicine Institute provides safety and health training for farmers, foresters, and fishermen, their family members, and their workers all across the state. The Agromedicine Institute provides resources for farmers. We provide training programs, we provide educational programs, we provide a lot of things that they can immediately use to work with their families and with their workers to help keep them safer and healthier on the farm. We are a consortium of ECU, NC State, and NCA&T, and so we work a lot with other partners as well, the Extension Service and Farm Bureau. We're helping everybody that we can who also is helping farmers as well.
My wife Sue and I began farming in 2005 in Nash County. So we grow a lot of different crops here: strawberries, cotton, tobacco, sweet potatoes, peanuts, soybeans, and broccoli. One of the main goals of our farming operation is to provide for my family, to have a place for my family to be raised at, and also to provide be a good business partner in the community. Eastern North Carolina farmer is your neighbor. Most of the time it's generations that have lived and worked in these communities. We're your fire chiefs, we're your county commissioners, your school board members. We are entrenched in the community as deep as any business owner of any other industry is. We're the kind of the bedrock of the communities, and if you go anywhere in Eastern North Carolina, you'll find that's the case. One of the partners we work with is the North Carolina Agromedicine Institute. And I guess I got most involved with them this year with COVID and doing COVID planning for farm workers is where I've had a lot of involvement through the North Carolina Sweet Potato Commission. They've helped to distribute hand sanitizer, masks, all the PPE products that have been needed. I hope with the benefit that our farm has been to the Institute is being a real live farmer, someone that is doing it on a daily basis, understands the needs and struggles that farmers face, and just being a voice and having the opportunity to directly engage in those conversations. I think partnerships are very essential to success because farmers are farmers. We're also business people, but we focus on farming, raising crops, raising livestock, and you can bring in different groups that have specialty or specialized knowledge to team up with the farmers to accomplish a goal. The days of the farmer being in the field with bib overalls and a straw hat is over with. Most of them are running multi-million-dollar operations, and I think sometimes farmers are overlooked for their business knowledge and attitude they have. I think East Carolina has a lot to offer on the business side and also the health and safety side that makes a good team with North Carolina farmers. I would like to let this partnership continue to strengthen our farming operation. I think it's many opportunities we have to continue to learn not only business practices but health and safety practices to make our operation better.
The services that we provide would not be possible without our university and community partners. The most important thing that we do is listen. I tell my staff and my students when they have the occasion to be on the farm, the log deck, or the fishing dock, that when they're in that setting, that they're not the expert. They're there to listen, they're there to observe, and to meet the people where they are. If we're able to determine what is the most important thing to the individual that we're visiting with about health and safety, what they perceive their needs are, then we're able to use that to establish rapport and to build trust that lasts literally for years. We're very fortunate that our partnership, first of all, begins with our farmers, our fishermen, and our foresters. From there, we work at the county level with people like the local cooperative extension offices, which are in all 100 counties, and the Cherokee Reservation. We work very closely with North Carolina Farm Bureau and with many different commodity organizations across the state. Those partners are our front line to having a proper introduction to the target population. We know many farmers, fishermen, and foresters, but there are over 52,000 farms in our state, so we can't possibly know everyone. So by working with partners who do have those relationships, then it gives us what I call trust currency. Because we're in a trusted place with trusted people, then it increases our credibility and the likelihood that people are not going to be afraid to work with us. So it's very much for us about partnership. There is nothing that we do in isolation, but those partnerships help us expand not only our knowledge, but our services. By definition, agromedicine is an interdisciplinary program, so we will be able to help the faculty make the connections that they need to make to be successful. Agriculture is our state's leading industry, which many people don't realize. That if we were to take agriculture out of eastern North Carolina or out of our state as a whole, we would suffer significantly from an economic standpoint. There's a reason that the Institute is at ECU, and it's because of our strength in medicine and because we are located east of 95, where the larger farms are in our state. So I think if we remember that a lot of our campus was once a tobacco field or a cornfield, I think we need to stay close to our roots and be open to the possibilities that agriculture can bring for learning and for prosperity.